guys, and welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley, and today is part 2 of my Holbein swatching video. I have the entire 108 watercolor set from Holbein, and in part 1 we swatched the first half. If you have not seen that yet, go ahead and check out part 1. But part 2 is going to be the gorgeous blues and purples and pink. I am so excited for the second half. So after swatching every single color, I'm planning on picking out a curated palette for me, and we're going to build a palette out of my favorite colors from these. And I was originally going to do that in this video in part 2, but after seeing how much work it was for part 1, I don't think I'm going to have the energy to do part 2 swatching and building the palette, so that'll be a separate video coming as soon as possible. But today I'm currently filming Friday. I'm hoping I can get these swatched today, filmed, and then edited by Monday morning. We will see. If this doesn't go up Monday morning, I'm very sorry. It will be up at some point. Well, you're watching this, so it's up. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get into swatching these gorgeous colors. And it starts with Terra Verte, which is actually my favorite Holbein color. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead, turn the camera around, and start swatching. So just like before, we're gonna be swatching in my swatch book here. How come I can't ever find where I swatched the Holbein ones? There they are. Oh, these Holbein granulating colors. I just want to paint with them all the time. They're so pretty. Okay, moving on. So if you missed part 1, like I said, I will link that below, but here is the first half of the Holbein colors, and after I swatched them, I put the name, and then I also put the ratings on them, so it was easier for me to edit the video because I could just look at my swatches and type that information in. So I'm going to be doing that again today, but I'm going to do it as I'm swatching. That way it's all one seamless thing for me. It's also a visual reference for you as well. As I'm swatching, you can see what the light fast rating, the opacity, and all of that is. So with that said, here are the first ones, and we're gonna move on. Starting here with Terra Verte. I'm so excited. So like I said, here they are. We're starting here. We got all this to go, so buckle up. It's a lot, but it's gonna be beautiful. There's so many pretty colors. So I actually left all of these colors on these, so I have little bits of all of them. So when it comes to the end, I'm going to do a little bit of mixing and seeing to help decide which colors I want in what palette. And so I needed another surface for the rest of them. So I'm using this Meeden palette here. I'm hoping I can make this fit all of the colors, but okay. I already am getting a migraine. I may have to take a few breaks during this, but we're going to do it. Okay. So last time I started with a Jackson's brush and switched up. I never actually said what brush I switched to, but I switched to my Creative Mark one. So let's go ahead and start swatching. Again, this is, as far as I know, Holbein's entire range of watercolors, aside from their granulating set and their new luminous set, which I did swatch in a video. So let's, oh, I have no water. That's really important in watercolor. All right, scatterbrained Ashley. So first up is Terra Verte. Ooh, this one's a 4-star light fast rating. So this is the second one that is. Viridian was also 4. So this is absolutely permanent. This one is opaque. It is semi-staining, and the pigments are PG23 and PG17. Oh, there's no white in this. I wonder which pigment has that opacity. But it's so pretty. I got a little bit too much on there, but that's okay. We'll use this color faux show. All right, so here is, oops, I need some more water. Terra Verte. Gosh, I love this color. I think the camera's a little too close. I just hit it with my brush. Do you see the opacity of this color and the green? Oh, in case you can't tell. That is so pretty. So pretty. So again, I am using the Rhapsody Creative Mark Round Klinsky Sable size 6, and let's go into the next color, Green Gray. That sounds like it's up my alley as well. PG 17, PG 23, so those are the same pigments as the Terra Verte, plus PBK, that's a 6, PBK 6, so that's black. So it's gonna be like this but darker. It's opaque. This one is a 3-star, so it's permanent, and then it is also semi-staining. I'm expecting it to be Terra Verte, but a little bit darker. Oh, I probably will like this one as well. Do you see that? Do you see? Oh, I want all the green. Give me all the green. Okay. I take it back. Holbein, I take it back. I'm very sorry. In the last video and just previously, I've always said Holbein doesn't have the greens that I need. Like, Daniel Smith still has more of the earthy greens and the granulating greens that I love. That's not changing. But I said Holbein's greens are more like the vibrant ones that I have to mix to make them work for my style. But that one right there and that one and that, oh, I just didn't get to them yet. This is beautiful. I think this one right here is actually going to be my favorite green in Holbein. Like, that's beautiful. Green Gray. That is a gorgeous leafy, like that's going to be florals. I love it. So these little asterisks that I'm putting, that means they're going in my palette. I'm trying to kind of judge as I'm going what I'm going to put in the palette. I like that one a lot. Okay. Yeah, this video, I'm definitely going to have more favorites than the last one. Next color is Shadow Green. So this one, the pigments, this one's just PBK 31, so that's a black pigment. This is semi-transparent. This is staining, and it is a light fastness of 3, so permanent. I probably should have said at the beginning what their light fast ratings mean. Their light fast are 1 to 4 stars. Fugitive is 1 star, 2 star is moderately durable, 3 stars permanent, 4 is absolutely permanent. So most of them are 3 stars. Some 2s, 1 so far. Oh, this is beautiful. I know you can't see this over here yet, but just trust me. It kind of looks like a perylene green, but this is Shadow Green. And it's PBK, so it's black pigment, but that's green. And it's stunning. I feel like I'm missing something. Does this have more than just PBK in it? I need to look at this again. The pigment is PBK 31. Okay. Maybe that's the perylene green pigment. And it's just so dark that it's called black? I don't know. If you know, let me know. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Holbein. Forgive me. I love your greens. My bad. I just hadn't swatched them all yet. I didn't even know those were here, these last ones. Oh, they're so pretty. Let's lift that a little bit. Yep. Yes. Love it. Beautiful. Okay, now we are moving on to some blues. So that is the end of the green. Next is Phthalo Blue Red shade. Pigment is PB15. This is a light fastness of 3 stars. It is semi-transparent and it is staining. Ready? Are you ready? You ready? I don't think you're ready. Ooh, look at the blue. Look at the blue. I'm gonna have a hard time just picking 24. This is so pretty. Let's see if it lifts. Also, again, I feel like I have to say this in every video that I do swatches like this now because I've gotten comments. But yes, these swatches are inspired by Natasha Newton. And it's, in my opinion, the only way to swatch new paints. Okay, next up is Phthalo Blue Yellow shade. This is also PB15. This is also 3 stars and semi-transparent, but this one is semi-staining. Know all the science behind how they process pigments and how the same pigment looks different colors and has different staining properties, but this one should be fairly similar. Pretty. I see a little color difference. Do y'all see the color difference? See how deep it'll go. Beautiful. I think my preference is the yellow shade of those two. Next up is a blue, which I fully anticipate to be in love with. Sorry, camera again. Okay. Next up is marine blue. Pigments PB16 and PG7. This one is transparent, 3 star light fastness and staining. This one looks stunning. Did you hear that? Stunning. I'm excited. Marine blue. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for this? Holbein, I like this a lot. I may need, okay, so I have 2 palettes that I could fill. I have a 24 palette and a 40 color palette. I was gonna try to stick to 24 colors, but there's so many that I love. That is a really pretty color. It's showing up a little bit less teal on camera. It looks more blue. In person, this looks a lot more teal. I'm gonna change my white balance and see if that, I don't know, the rest of them look accurate. Hold on. It still looks more blue on camera. It's got this gorgeous tealiness in person that it's not fully translating on the camera. Pretty pretty. All right, next up is turquoise blue. We have pigments PG7, PB15, and PW6, so this has white in it. This is semi-opaque. This only has a light fastness of 2, so moderately durable, and it is semi-staining. Marine blue got really big and kind of took over, so this one's gonna... Ooh, yeah, that does have some opacity. Look at that. Ooh, that could be a really fun color to play with. So once you start watercoloring, you kind of get an idea of if you like to work with more transparent colors only, or if you like both. For certain things, I need transparent colors, but for other things, I like having some with opacity. It really just depends on what you're painting, and I like having the option of both. Alrighty, moving over to the next page. We have Cobalt Turquoise Light. This has a warning label on it. Product has a chemical known, oh, it has cobalt in it, duh, to cause cancer. Okay, they have to put these on for the US. For Canada, not Canada, California. Warning, this product contains a chemical known to the state of California to cause cancer. So the ones that have cobalt and cadmium in them have this label on them. But the pigment in this is PB28. This is semi-opaque. This has a 4-star rating, so this is absolutely permanent. This one is also granulating, and it is semi-staining. Ooh, okay, I'm excited. This one granulates. Let's see how much. So when I swatch the granulating ones, I like to put a little more water in them, kind of push them around a little bit more, do more lifting to see what we can get out of it. So let's see. Ooh, okay, I like this one. I said it in my last video, and I'll say it again in this video. I actually really love all the ones that have the cadmium and cobalt in them. They, for some reason, do something special, and they're really, really nice. If you're looking for alternatives to the cadmium and cobalt colors, there's plenty of options in this line and in others, but man, I can already see this one's going to granulate too. I like this color a lot. Also, if you don't want ones that have those things in them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, all of Daniel Smith's are cadmium free and cobalt free. And there's lots of granulating ones in the Daniel Smith colors, but this is gorgeous. I didn't really even need to put more water in this one. This one's granulating on its own. I don't got to do anything to it. This one's Peacock Blue, and I have tried this one, and I do like this one. This one is pigment PG7 and PB15. This one is also granulating. It is light fastness of 3, transparent and semi-staining. Get ready for another one of the most gorgeous blues ever. They're all pretty. I think Daniel Smith shines in their greens and Holbein shines in their blues. Coming in hot. Look how beautiful this is. Beautiful. I think I'm gonna wait till I'm done swatching the blues to put any asterisks by them to decide what colors I want in my palette. But this is a very, very big contender, and I kind of want that cobalt too. Peacock Blue. Pretty. Do a little bit of lifting, pushing that around. This one looks like it's going to need a little bit more encouragement, but it does look like it's going to granulate. All right, next up is Manganese Blue Nova. This is PB15. This one is transparent, light fastness of 3 stars. I'm sorry, I'm doing this in a different order than I did the last one because I'm reading from here instead of there. 3 stars. Transparent, semi-staining. It's a nice medium blue. This one has a little bit different texture than the rest. You can see the imprint of the Fabriano paper. Might settle into that. This is pretty. Not my all-time favorite blue though. All right, next up is Horizon Blue. We have PB15, PG7, and PW6. This one is, I'm trying to go back to this so I can do it in the right order here. 2-star light fast rating. It is opaque and semi-staining. Oh, this one's got some white in it. This is gonna be a beautiful creamy color. Ooh. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I love that Holbein has an opaque option and a more sheer and granulating. That color I can't get over right now. But the creaminess of this would go very well with the shell pink and that compost green. And I just like this a lot. This is beautiful. My goal in these videos, by the way, is not to convince you to buy all of these. It's to help you identify which ones you like. Horizon Blue. So you don't have to buy them all. Next up is Compost Blue. So we had the Compost Green over here, and now we have Compost Blue. This one is PB15 and PW6. Semi-opaque and semi-staining. The light fastness on this one is also a 2. Oh, this is pretty. So again, another one with white and some opaqueness to it. Got our options here. Oh, that one's pretty. Darn it. I know some people may look at these and they're like, it's a blue, it's another blue. This is just all the blues, but they're all so pretty and they all have different purposes. And I just like them all. I am actually a very, very proficient color mixer, and I can mix my own colors. I can match colors very well, but there is something satisfying about having some of these pre-mixed beautiful colors. You know, just something about it. Next up is Verditer. I swatched this one in a previous video. I've had this one before. I don't know how you say this, but it looks like Verditer to me. So this is Verditer Blue. It has a light fastness of 3 stars. Pigments. PB28. So PB28 and PW6, so white. It is 3 stars, light fastness, semi-opaque, and semi-staining. I wish I could put the little clip from Friends in there, where she says Verditer when it's an episode of Friends. I've watched Friends a lot in my life, so I quite often speak in Friends quotes. And when I say Verditer, it reminds me of Phoebe. This is beautiful. It's got a slight lavender quality to it. It looks kind of like Daniel Smith's lavender a little bit. I know there is a lavender color in here. This one's a little bit deeper than lavender, but this is a very, very pretty color. I like that one too. I like all the blues. I like all the greens. Okay, next up. My head's hurting. Let's keep going. Cerulean Blue. I love Daniel Smith's Cerulean, so sorry, I just had to take a minute. Okay, camera, be still. I just got a text from my mom, and my sister Kylie's dog just died. It was a not very old dog, so. Okay, moving on. Sorry about that. Next up is Cerulean Blue. The pigment is PB35. This one is a granulating color. Light fast of 4 stars. All right. Semi-opaque and semi-staining. The Daniel Smith Cerulean Blue granulates, and I really enjoy it. So let's see how this one compares. Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of the Daniel Smith Cerulean. Very, very similar. I'm assuming they use the same pigment. I don't know that, but it looks quite a bit like it. So yeah, that's beautiful. And it's going to granulate very easily. I like that. All right, next up is Cobalt Blue. This one again has the warning on it. It is PB28. This is semi-transparent, light fast of 4 stars. And it doesn't, oh yeah, it does, semi-staining. This one is supposed to granulate as well. So, oh dear. I haven't had a Cobalt Blue before. I like this one a lot. An awful lot. I could stare at this blue all day. Next up, if you don't want a cobalt, this is Cobalt Blue Hue, so this does not actually have cobalt in it. It is PB29 and 15. This is a light fastness of 3 stars, semi-transparent and semi-staining. So this one will not granulate. This one already looks very different just in the palette. It's a beautiful blue, though. Very pretty. Definitely a different shade, hue of blue, but gorgeous. It's really rich. I love it. Okay, next up, I normally have an ultramarine in my palette. This is their ultramarine light. I've used their deep, but not light. This one is PB29, light fastness of 3. This one granulates, semi-transparent and semi-staining. Let's see what this one looks like. Why did I make these so small? What did I do? I guess I was trying to fit more of them on there. I don't know. I could do 4 rows with how tiny I did these. Should I, no, I can't quite fit 4 rows. There's just gonna be extra space at the bottom of this one. I don't know what was, I just like me an ultramarine. When I first started painting, I didn't, but now I really, really do. And they usually granulate. This one is supposed to granulate, so let's see. Yeah, I can already see some granulation happening. It's a beautiful color. Yeah, these are gonna be a little off. I guess I just kind of, this one should have been down and a little bigger, but. All right, so next is Ultramarine Deep. This one is also PB29, granulating 3-star light fastness, semi-transparent and semi-staining. This is the one that I have used and have in my other palette. The difference between the two. Let's see if there's much difference. This one almost looks like it's got a hint of purpley color looking. Not purple by any means, but slight bit of red shadeness to it. Beautiful. I don't know which one I like better. We'll have to see once they dry. All right, and the last one that will fit on this page is going to be Prussian Blue. This one is PB27. This one has a light fastness of 2. It is semi-transparent and it is staining. So, whoa. Prussian is generally a very dark, beautiful, rich blue. So let's see what Holbein's looks like. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I always like Prussian Blue when I swatch it, but I don't usually paint with it. I don't know why that is. Yeah, that looks even more purple now. Interesting. Let's see how deep you go. Yeah, that's pretty. Let's see if you lift. All right, so let me dry these off and then we'll turn the page and continue on. We're about to get into some purples soon. Okay, I wanted to show you real quick before I turn the page. They're dry. Do you see all these beautiful blues? Oh my gosh, I am gonna have a hard time picking the blues. Very hard time, but let's move on to the next page and let's get out the next blue. We have Royal Blue. This one is PB60. I don't know if I've seen that one. This is a 3-star light fastness. It is semi-staining and, no, sorry. It is semi-transparent and it is staining. Let's see what Royal Blue looks like. All right, that's looking promising. Here we go. Oh. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have a blue like this. That is quite beautiful. Let's do some lifting. Oh my goodness. That's a really pretty blue. Whew. That's really pretty. All right, next up is Indigo. This is a familiar blue to me, but let's see. This one is PB15, PBK6, PR122. Interesting. Light fastness of 3. This is semi-opaque and it is staining. So let's see what their indigo looks like. Wow. I'm always impressed with an indigo. That's impressive. Do you see how deep that is? Oh, that's beautiful. It's always a beautiful, rich, and this has got a nice teal color. Yeah, that's a beautiful one. All right, let's do some lifting and reveal that color. Look at that. All right, next up is lavender. We have PV15, PB29, and PW6. So that's a violet that is ultramarine and white. It is a light fastness of 2, semi-opaque and semi-staining. Lavender is one of my favorites in Daniel Smith too. I don't use it all the time, but it is pretty. This one looks definitely different than Daniel Smith's lavender. This one, going based on memory here, this one looks more purple, more lavender-like. Daniel Smith's is quite blue. I have it over here, it's just buried. They're quite similar. I think Daniel Smith's granulates, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me to that because I don't have that information right in front of me. But moving on to some purple, we've got permanent violet. Let me guess. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you saw the first video, you know every single one that was permanent said 2 stars. This one's 3. Somebody told me though in the comments, permanent meant something else though. It's not the light fast rating, it's something else. Let me look. I googled what permanent in watercolors. This is Christina Kramer. I googled what permanent means in watercolors. It has nothing to do with light fastness. It just means that it's a staining color, so it will be harder to lift when dry. Interesting. Anyways, this is permanent violet. It is a light fastness of 3. The pigment is PV23. It is transparent and semi-staining. So let's see what this purple looks like. It's pretty. It's not the most exciting purple that I've ever used, but it is pretty. I don't know that I'm gonna need this one in my palette. I feel like I could mix my own purple for this color. But if you don't want to mix the purple, this is a pretty one. Okay, moving right along. I'm hoping I like this one better. This is Mineral Violet. This is PB29, PR122, and PBR25. Light fastness of 3, semi-transparent and semi-staining. Sounds like an interesting color, so let's see. Oh yeah, this has got some richness to it. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful purple. It's very, very pink forward, very warm purple, but that is, oh, I love it. It's interesting. I like warm purples, and then I like purpley blues, but a bluey purple is not always my favorite. I don't know why that is, but this is gorgeous. Lift it a little bit. Okay. See, my words aren't working. My migraine is getting pretty bad, so I'm gonna try to get through the purples and then I'll take a break. But my brain's gonna stop working soon. So this is Cobalt Violet Light. So again, this one has the warning on it. It has 2 warnings on this one. Keep out of reach of children. Okay, this is a granulating color. It is PV47. This is light fastness of 4 stars. It has semi-transparent and non-staining. I think I'm going to love this one. Again, why do I like the cobalt and cadmium one so much? Oh my gosh, I don't think I've seen a color look like this before. I have not had a purple like this, and this one, this might just be my palette that I need to like say no kids around and just make sure you're being careful with it, but I'm a messy painter, but this is just really, 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 look at this. It's a light, airy color. It's very transparent and just beautiful quality to it though. I think is this one granulating? Yes, it is. I was like, it feels granulating. It feels like cerulean, but in purple version. That is so pretty. Oh, I want that one in my palette. I don't have a color like that in any other brand. That's really, really pretty. Okay, that is so pretty. All right, 2 more before I take a break, and then we are actually halfway done after 2 more. So next is Lilac. This is PR122, PV23, PW6, and it is 2 stars, semi-opaque and semi-staining. I feel like this is gonna have a similar tone to it, but more obviously opaque and a little more pastel. Not gonna be quite as like rich of a color, but gonna be pretty. Ready? It's got that beautiful creaminess to it, that pastel, that white. Yeah, the difference between these two, they're 2 different vibes. I like them both for different reasons. And but that cobalt violet. So there's Lilac. All right, 1 more, then we will take a break. This is Bright Violet Luminous. I wonder if this is in the Luminous set. I don't think so. Luminous Violet. That one's Bright Violet. So they are different. This is BV17 and BV15. So this is going to be a fugitive color. So light fastness of 1. It is semi-transparent. This one is granulating and it is semi-staining. Interesting. Very curious to see what this looks like. Oh, that's what it looks like. That's really pretty. Oh, Holbein. I did not know you had so many colors that I would fall in love with. All right, so this is going to be kind of a vibrant color. Ready for this? Again, fugitive, kind of like Opera is. It is a BV instead of a P. So it's not a pigment. I don't know what the B means. I need to look that up. But I do know that they're generally very fugitive. Very pretty color. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna rest and be back. All right, so it's several days later. We're gonna pick up where we were. The next color is Bright Rose Luminous. So this is another vibrant color. We have BV11, and what is that? I've never seen this one. AB? I need, the letters on this are so tiny. I sometimes pull up my phone and like get in close to see. AB83. All right, so BV11 and AB83. Never heard of that one. This is fugitive, granulating. It is semi-transparent and semi-staining. Oh, it's a very pretty pink. Oh, I like this one. Some water in there. Oh, that's gorgeous. Do I have the luminance swatched in here? I don't think I do. I need to swatch those in here so I can show you the side by side, but oh, that's pretty. Again, this one is going to be fugitive, not light fast at all, but a fun one to play with. This one is granulating also. I can see it starting to separate. Lift a little bit. Kind of move some stuff around. Okay. It's a beautiful color. All right. The next color is Quinacridone Magenta. Pigments PR122. This one is 3-star light fastness. It is transparent and semi-staining. This is going to be a contender for my palette for a magenta. I think this one's probably going to be the one I use. I was about to dip my pen in the water. That's not going to work. See if this is a winner for us. Yep, that's beautiful. Nice, good magenta. I can use this to mix so many purples. Oh, I am excited to start playing around with mixing these colors and picking them for my palette. That is going to be fun. I may actually do that with Kylie, and that be our Saturday video. She's coming over today to film, so we may actually do that because that sounds like fun together. All right, next up is Quinacridone Violet. I feel like I'm going to like this one. This is PV19. This is a 3-star light fastness, semi-transparent and semi-staining. This is gonna be a little bit more, oh, that's beautiful. I like this color. Oh, I meant to put a star by this one. Yeah, I really like colors like this. Whoops. It's just so pretty. See, I would have something like this instead of this because of its light fastness, but it's still a beautiful, vibrant color. I do like having some like neon fluorescent colors in my palette sometimes, but depends on what space we have available. Okay, this next one, I honestly have no idea what to expect. Very curious. The outer package kind of looks brown. The tube looks brown, but it's called Mars Violet. So very curious. This one is, oh, it's opaque. This is there's lots of, hold on. This is PR101, PV23, and PBR7. So we've got red, violet, and brown. This one is opaque. It has a 3-star, hold on. It has a 3-star light fastness. This one is opaque. And it's granulating and staining. So this one is gonna be a nice solid color. I'm very curious about this. Have y'all heard of Mars Violet from Holbein? Oh. Okay, Holbein, what? I didn't know you had colors like this before your granulating set came out. How come nobody talks about this? Interesting. I feel like this one could do fascinating things. Let's see though. I've never had a color like this. Okay, this one I like, and I know it could be seen as a very boring, basic color, but I feel like this one could do so much, and I think it's going to granulate nicely. So when I go to decide which colors I want in my palette, I'm going to be mixing and playing, but I also want to kind of push the granulating ones to their limits to see what they actually can do. So I feel like this one's going to be a fun one to play with. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of Pigmentite Genuine from Daniel Smith in the color, the hue of it, but I don't know. I'm curious to see how that one separates. It's really pretty. So the next color is Indian Red. I don't think I've actually had an Indian Red in my palette before. Pigments PR101. This one is a light fastness of 4 stars. It is opaque and staining. So this one I actually feel is going to be similar to Lunar Red Rock, except it's not granulating. But the Mars Violet, I'm telling you, I am kind of in love with that color. It's drying, it's beautiful. So let's see what Indian Red looks like. Oh, interesting. No, nothing like Lunar Red Rock. Let's see what we got here. Very like red clay looking. very warm red. Very opaque. Interesting. I'm not sure if this is a red that I'm gonna need in my palette. I could definitely see some good uses for this though. That's a really, really cool red. Not cool as in temperature, but awesome. The next color is this word I once again don't know how to say. Imidazolone, I don't know, brown. Pigments PBR 25. This one is a light fastness of 3. It is transparent and it is semi-staining. All right, so let's try this brown. Oh, interesting. Not quite what I expected, but let's... Interesting. Very warm brown. It's not super far off from Indian red, but it's transparent instead of opaque. Pretty. Don't think this is a color I would use often, but it is pretty. All right, next up is light red, pigment of PR 101. This is a light fastness of 4 stars, semi-opaque and staining. Very orangey. Very, very orangey. I could see some people really loving this color. It's not up my alley, personally. But it's nice. Okay. Interesting name though, light red. All right, next up, a color I am familiar with. This is burnt sienna, PBR 7. This is a light fastness of 4 stars. Oh, whoops. It is granulating. It is semi-opaque and semi-staining. All right, let's see if this will be a brown that we'll include in the palette or not. So this is another very warm brown. There is one warm brown in Daniel Smith that I really, really love, and it again is, I wouldn't really call it brown. It's red. It's, I don't know, it's called transparent red oxide, but it's a very, very warm browny red. But I actually use it a lot more than I thought I would, so that gives me like pause when I'm doing these, because I'm like, I would never use it, but I might. So this one might be a contender because it is granulating. So burnt sienna, we'll see once it dries. You know what, I'm gonna put a little star by it. We're gonna consider that one. All right, next up is burnt umber. We have pigments PBR 7. This one is also 4-star light fastness. It is semi-opaque and semi-staining. Trying to keep track of where are they on the palette so I can swatch them and mix them later. So this is burnt umber. Yeah, this is more my speed when it comes to browns. Little bit less warm. And I really like cool browns, but this is about as warm as I normally go, except for that transparent red oxide. But if this one dries all pretty and granulated, then that one might be the winner. We'll see. Next color is raw umber. And again, we have, oh no, we have different pigment here. We do have PBR 7, but we have PY 42. This is a light fastness of 4. It is semi-transparent and semi-staining. So let's see what raw umber looks like. Okay. A little bit lighter. Definitely see that yellow in there. Pretty. Nice light brown. Next color is Raw Sienna, PBR 7 and PY 42. So this is the same pigments as the Raw Umber. Interesting. Yep. Same pigments, same stats. 4-star, light fastness, semi-transparent, and semi-staining. Interesting. Let's see how it differs. It looks like it has more of a yellow pigment to that brown pigment ratio. So this one's a little bit more yellow. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that looks yellow, not really brown, but I like it. It's a nice muted yellow, which is my fave. Muted or rich. Not bright and vibrant, but it's a kind of a rich muted yellow. Really pretty. I was not expecting to like that one. Darn it. All right, next up is Yellow Ochre. We have PY 42. This is a light fastness of 4 stars, semi-opaque, and semi-staining. Let's see if I like Yellow Ochre. Yellow Ochre. Oh, I can't talk. See if I like this or Raw Sienna better. This one has a little bit more opacity to it. Ooh. I have never had a yellow ochre in my palette, actually. Not that I am aware of. You know, I kind of like this. I kind of like yellow ochre. That's beautiful. All right, the next color is Yellow Gray. This is PY 42, PBK 6, and PW 6. This is a light fastness of 3 stars. It is opaque and semi-staining. I wonder what this one looks like. I really like the yellow ochre. I keep looking at that one. I don't know why. Okay, Yellow Gray. It's kind of a good name for it. Put a little bit of water in that. I think I swatched this one in another Holbein video that I've done and had a smaller set of Holbeins. I think this was in it. And I think I remember saying the same thing. That's a good name for it. Yellow Gray. You know, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I feel like it's a color that could mix pretty easily and wouldn't need to hold a place in a palette, you know? All right, next up is Umber. This one is PBR 7. This is a 4-star light fast rating. It is semi-opaque and it is staining. Oh, it's not as deep once you get it out of the tube, but oh, it's pretty. I like Umber. I usually use a Van Dyke brown and a red, transparent red oxide from Daniel Smith. Those are the two that I use the most. But I do have, I think, burnt umber and burnt sienna in my palette. I do like having a number of browns, but you can easily adjust browns with yellows and blues. Moving right along to Van Dyke Brown. This is interesting. I've not seen this pigment name. This is NBR8. What does NBR stand for? Does anybody know? This one is a light fastness of 3. It is granulating. It is transparent and semi-staining. Van Dyke Brown is just my ideal brown usually. So let's see what this one looks like. This one actually is a little bit warmer, actually noticeably warmer than the Daniel Smith one. but I do still like it. And this one granulates. I can actually already see those little particles. Interesting. Make this one a little wider. Make this very rock-like, since it's brown and granulating. Let's see what it can do. Okay. All right, moving right along. Next color is sepia. This is PBR 7 and PBK 6. This one is a 4-star light fastness rating. It is opaque and staining. So this one's gonna pack a punch. If you need an opaque brown, then their sepia is probably what you will want. Let's look at it though. Oh yeah, that's got some opacity. Let's see here. Oh, okay. This looks more, oh yeah, that's beautiful. This looks like more the tone of Van Dyke Brown from Daniel Smith. I need to get out my Daniel Smith swatches. I need to actually swatch them in this book, but that's beautiful. This is definitely more opaque than Daniel Smith's Van Dyke Brown, but I like this sepia. So far, I like these two browns the best for my style. Sorry, I'm just kind of playing around with that brown. Okay. All right, so I gotta dry these off and then turn the page. I'm gonna have some hard decisions coming up. I am excited to go through these colors. There's so many. Oh, this is gonna be hard. All right, next up is Ivory Black. So I do usually like to have a black in my palette, usually a granulating black, so it has texture, and this one is granulating. It is PBK 9. This is a 4-star light fast rating, semi-opaque and staining. So let's check out Ivory Black. I will also, so this paper is cold press and it has some texture, but I also want to go through all the granulating ones and put them on a rougher texture so we can kind of see their full potential. So when I go through and pick my palette colors, we're gonna do that. We're gonna swatch on some rougher paper as well. So stay tuned. That video is coming as soon as possible. This is pretty. I personally like having a black. I like mixing it in things, and I like having one that has some granulating properties to it. So let's see if this one separates. Yeah, I see some texture in there. Pretty. The Daniel Smith ones I use have like some crazy texture, and that's what I love about them. So let's see what Holbein has. Next up is Lamp Black. We have PBK 6, which I think is the same pigment as the last one. 4-star light fast. This one is opaque and staining. So this one's just a little bit more opaque version of that one. And this one also does not granulate, or does it? No. So this one doesn't granulate, but the last one did. Interesting. Ooh, this one is definitely more solid. Looks like it has a little bit of a cool undertone too. It looks like it's got a little bit of the blueness going on. That is a black paint. All right, let's see what we can lift here. All right, so there's Lamp Black. All right, next one is an interesting name. This is Peach Black. This is PBK 1. This is granulating, light fastness of 3. This is staining and opaque. I've never heard of a peach black, so I'm curious about this one. Wow, that is rich as well. peach black. I want to know. All right, let's see if we can lift some. Yeah. Okay. All right, next up is neutral tint. Neutral tint is such a gorgeous color that I usually love. So this one is PBK6, PB15, PV19. It's a light fastness of 3 stars. This one is opaque and staining. So this has got lots going on. Let's see. Oh, this is so pretty. This is much more blue than the neutral tint that I'm used to, but holy cow, that's pretty. Yeah, this is really blue. A little bit of purple. That's a gorgeous color. I think this one is going in my palette. I like that quite a bit. Next up is Payne's Gray, another color. This one's very popular and usually is gorgeous. So let's see. This reminds me of a deep Payne's Gray, but let's see with this one. This one is PBK6, PB15, and PR122. Light fastness of 3 stars. This is opaque and staining. So let's see how it differs from their neutral tint. I see a little difference in hue. Oh, so pretty. Look how deep. Ooh. But which one do I want? I think I want neutral tint. It's so rich and blue. I don't know. I'm gonna need some help picking this out. So we are down to our last little box. Next up is, I know I've said this about a few colors, but this is my favorite color in Holbein. I know that Terra Verte is on that list, Shell Pink is on that list, but Davies Gray is definitely on that list. I think this was the second color I got. This is PBR7, PBK6, and PW6. Oh, sorry. PBK, yeah, 6 and 6. Light fastness of 3. It is semi-opaque and it is semi-staining. This is a beautiful, I don't know, green gray. It's called Davies Gray, but it's a sagey gray is what I would call it. Very, very muted sagey color, but it definitely has that green. To me, I see a lot of green in it. See if it's on camera. You can kind of see it on camera too. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. This one is definitely going in my palette. I just love this color. Holbein nailed it with this color. I don't have any other color like this from another brand. So definitely a fave. All right, next up is Gray of Gray, another color I like. This is PBK6 and PW6. This is light fastness of 3. It's opaque and non-staining. This is a beautiful pale gray. It's just white with a hint of black in it. And I know that there are more transparent ways of having gray, but sometimes I like using colors like this. Just a nice pastel-y, opaque, light gray. You could easily go on top of other colors with this and it show up. It's beautiful. All right, we've got 4 more. Next up is Chinese White. This one has the warning label on it. This is PW6. What? Okay, all the other PW6 don't have the warning label, so why does this one? I'm not really sure. But it is a 4-star light fast. It is opaque and semi-staining. Not quite sure why that one has a warning label on it. I'm putting white on white paper, so it's gonna not really... I mean, the paper is actually kind of a cream color, so I can see this a little bit. I'm not gonna worry about lifting or anything. I don't usually include a white in my palette. My other Holbein palette, I do have a white gouache. The battery died and I'm not sure when, but that was Chinese white, and this next one is titanium white. This one also has the warning label on it. I'm not sure why these have that, but again, this is PW6. So they're both PW6, and a lot of the other paints have PW6 in them, but they don't have the warning. So I'm gonna look into PW6 and see what's up with that. But this is 4 stars. This one is opaque and staining. So it's another white. So I'm not gonna show up much on the paper, but this one looks like a touch warmer and this one looks a touch cooler if I were to try to spot a difference between the two. Right, 2 more. We have the 2 metallics from Holbein. This is gold. It is PW20. This is supposed to be granulating, light fastness of 4, semi-opaque, and non-staining. Let's see what you look like. Gold. I've used quite a few small brands of metallic watercolors, so I've used some really good ones, and honestly, a lot of the bigger brands don't do metallics the same as like the handmade watercolor paints, so not really gotta be the best for what this is, but we'll see what it looks like when it's dry. And then the last color, and we'll have made it through, is silver. This one also is supposed to granulate. It is PW20. They're both PW20. Semi-staining and transparent. So let's see what the silver looks like. I guess they're both white pigment and then they just add in metallic to it. Metallic shimmery stuff to it. I don't know. Let's see. Silver is, oops, showing up more than the gold. All right, so I'm gonna let these dry and then we will come back and do our little overview, and then we'll come back in the next video and pick out colors for a palette. So after many, many hours of swatching, we have swatched the entire 108 color range of Holbein, and it's a lot of color and it's a lot of gorgeous. So we're gonna go through just real quick, show you all the dried swatches, and that'll be the end of this video. So many beautiful options. I did not realize some of the colors that they had. So I'm so excited to be able to show you all of these. That way you can pick out the best colors for you. But here are the Holbein 108 watercolors. guys, so that is gonna wrap up this video. I know it was a long one. Thank you so much for sticking through this whole video. Thank you so much for sticking through this entire video and part 1 and 2. But if you did happen to enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see our future videos, hit that subscribe button down below. And we will see you guys next time. Bye. That's a lot of color. That's a lot of pretty. Monday morning, I'm very sorry. Oh no, I'm not in focus. Please tell me it wasn't focused the whole time. I should have to, I'm just gonna have to redo it because I don't know if it's in focus. Oh, okay. Here we go. Terra Verte is so gorgeous. Let's get a thumbnail. So make editing so much easier to have that visual right there. Okay.